Welcome. I'm your host, Afrikan Nduta. Today we are asking, what have you changed your mind about recently? Let's take you to the beautiful coast of Kenya to hear the amazing story of how teachers are changing the lives of their students by first changing their own minds. Let's meet one of those teachers. Meet
Lillian. I'm a teacher from Mvita Primary School, and I have taught for 6 years.
Lilian moved from the lush greenery of Meru to the salty coastal air of Mvita.
So when I came to Mvita, I didn't know whether I will be able to work there because I found an environment which people who are different from me, they were Muslims, and I wondered whether I will be able to work with them. In my class, most of the learners were not Christians, and I was used to Christians in our home place. I had fear inside me, fear of unknown, because it was my first time. I was fearing, who will I find there? How will the head teacher behave? How will the children be behaving? Will they accept me? I thought it will take me long before I adapt to teaching Muslims.
Lilian was used to what she knew, and this was brand new to her.
There are some times when the learners would tell me to keep quiet. I just wondered why are the learners telling me. So they would tell me, teacher, just keep quiet. When you hear the muadhini, you are supposed to keep quiet. So I was feeling my life is as if I won't be able to handle that class. Now the children started fearing me, and I was so harsh to them. So they withdrew. Even speaking during assembly time, I couldn't stand. I was going to school late so that the teacher who is on duty with me, I could find he or she has already done the assembly because I was fearing talking to a lot of people.
Yes, fear of the unknown. How do you teach a child who is afraid of you? How do you teach well when you've been taught to think less of others, of your students? It's a lonely place to be. But you don't have to stay stuck in that place. Nobody knows this better than Aisha Abed, who works for the Aga Khan Foundation and calls herself a born teacher. She spends her days guiding educators like Lilian through a process called activating values. Now, when I first heard that phrase, I thought it sounded like a software update. But as Aisha explains it, it's actually the ultimate human update.
Activating values, really transforming our own way of thinking, learning, and leadership. So we really simplify it by telling people that activating values is about you, who is the person, who is the educator, who is a role model, demonstrating a value so that everyone else follows.
Right. So it's not just a set of rules on a chalkboard. It's an internal shift. It's about looking at a classroom full of students who might look different, speak differently, or eat different food, and realizing that your job is to make room for them.
Activating values is about human connections. Activating values reduces your biases, reduces your assumptions, brings people together and getting to understand each other and actually accommodating each other the way they are.
Listening to Aisha speak, I just wish Lilian was in the activating values class.
I was.
Oh, you were?
I felt relieved. I felt as if I had a burden, but it has been relieved from me. The first training, I thought, what are we being told here? We are just wasting time dancing, making fun. I didn't take it serious. But when I went for the second training, I told myself I must listen and take it serious. So during the second training, when we were learning about my relationship with others, that's when I started understanding it, how we are supposed to live with others, relationship building, respect for diversity, how we reconcile tensions, and how we collaborate with others. I was able to learn all those.
What happened next, Lilian?
It is after the training when I went back to class and saw my learners. I felt so good because I was now able to give them a listening ear. Before, I couldn't give the learners a listening ear. That's when I learned I have to listen to everybody. Even a small child, people are going through a lot and they need a listening ear. I accommodated every learner, even their food. When they bring me their food, I take. It was amazing. Macaronias, I don't know macaronia, and I am used to githeri and beef.
And it wasn't just about the classroom. Lillian took these values home. She started listening to her own son, who had been struggling in school because he felt ignored.
Even at home when I went, my sisters were asking me, kwani umefanyiwa nini? You have just changed. You are not Lillian whom we knew before. Now, through this VB, I've come to like my profession. It is the best.
Lillian's change was profound. She showed us when you have the courage to change yourself, you can make real changes in your community. Our next guest, Ali, offers us another answer to our question.
My name is Aisha Nzori. I come from Tongwe Ward, Likoni Sub-County, Mombasa County in Kenya. Yes, I'm a teacher by profession. I teach Likoni School for the Blind, Salvation Army.
Ali lost his sight in 2017, just when he was about to enter early adult life.
I received my blessing of being a visually impaired or a blind when I finished my Form 4. And in some communities, after you are done with Form 4, then your education is over.
Ali became a teacher, just like he'd always wanted to. And through the activating values process, Ali gained a vision for empathy that most of us can only dream of. Since he can't see his students, he uses his other senses.
So what I normally do, or what I did, was to greet them personally, one by one, knowing by their names. And that connection told me this learner today is not fine, that learner is overexcited, the other learner needs to be controlled because he's very hyper, so as to have good classroom control.
Ali developed his own way to first connect to his students' hearts and then their minds. Ali was so energized by his experience, he shared this beautiful poem that he created off the top of his head.
Maneno yenu halua yanogeza yavutia, vitendo kupalilia, vitendo vyenu maua, uongozi mwaujua, hakika mumebobea. Nasema twanufaika, value besi ndiyo nzuri. Hakika mungetambua tunavyowafurahia, katu musingejisumbua, bure presha kujitia. Mafunzo munayajua, sote tunajionea. Value besti muongozo, sote tunajionea. ISeeYou International, we really appreciate it. For your great support, Shee Ali, we are salute. We pray for Almighty to bless you henceforth. Value best, you are the best, sweeter than chocolate. Dear, I'm very sorry, sijaanza bila jina. Najua mwauliza naitwaje mshairi, mtanashati kijana au Shee Ali Nzori. Activate your values and you will be great.
Activating values creates a space for educators to feel seen, heard, and cared for. It is a spark that helps build a resilient community. We can see the results. Children feel safer and more valued by their teacher in the classroom and in school. Their teachers' support and inclusion makes children more confident in class. They ask more questions, are more creative, and have better relationships with their teachers and other children. All this means our children are learning better. The evidence is clear. Our children's grades are improving. So it is no surprise that activating values gained interest in Kenya nationally, with all directors of the Ministry of Education going through the Activating Values workshop themselves. With such clear evidence on children's learning, Aisha collaborated with civil society leaders in Kenya to take the Activating Values approach to West Nile, Uganda, where many children are living in crisis. Together in partnership with the district government and local civil society, they shared this approach with over 300 schools, and children's learning is improving in these schools too. And now, the approach is going global. Soon, Aisha will travel to Pakistan to guide educators there. As you can see, Activating Values was born in Kenya, grew up in East Africa, and now this Kenyan designed solution is about to travel the world. So, we're back where we started. Personal transformation isn't some huge overnight miracle. It's a series of small daily choices to accommodate, to empathize, to listen, to be you. I'll leave you with that same question. Think about it while you go about your day. What have you changed your mind about recently? I'm your host, Afrikan, Nduta. See you next time.
See, the world won't change just cause I want it to. I've got to be the change that I want to see. Be more if I want more. Get on the dance floor. Wake up and live out the dream.